Okay, so I tend to make up um scenarios in my head where I'm like, if I were allowed to time travel, but wasn't allowed to actually um like I was only allowed to mess with people's lives but not kill them, what I would do. Also, only only being able to take the things that you currently have access to with you. So like you can't just say like you can just grab a bar of gold and carry it back to like the 1930s and just drop it somewhere. I don't have access to that sort of thing. So the kind of scenarios that I came up with was that I would like take my Frozen DVD, the movie Frozen, and I would go back to like 2013, and I would find my way into the Disney place, right? And then I would put the Frozen DVD down where they have like their corporate meetings and stuff, and I would just leave it there. And I would want to see if anybody would find it and decide to put it into a DVD player and see this entire thing that they've been working towards just completely finished with all the voice acting. And I want to see them completely lose their minds. And if it would actually like alter the timeline, I mean, I'm pretty sure it will, because I mean, everything that they would have wanted, including like little edits and cuts and deleted scenes and whatnot, it would be like gone, right? So they'll be like, would they follow the to a T, or would they take it and mass produce it, pretending like they did in fact make it, because technically they did, but nobody knows where the DVD came from? Or would they fire everybody and being like, you see all these people in the credits and stuff? Yeah, fire them for making a movie behind our backs. And they'll be like, look at our computers, there's nothing there. We haven't even started modeling the characters yet. Something like that. Or, and something, um, be like taking a video, downloading a video of people talking about current events like COVID-19, or like Captain Spark was talking about his new car, or Suma Void talking about um, uh, 1.19 snapshots, and I would take these video files, and I would like email it to them like about 5 years prior, before even the developers or the people who are making the car or the people who were aware that COVID-19 was even like a possibility. And I would send it to these people and be like, and watch them just react to like hearing their voice, seeing their style of editing, and being like, who is this person who sent me this? What the hell was that? And then the event's happening, and then they're like, oh my gosh, it was actually a thing. You know, things of that nature. And oh, um, recently I asked a YouTuber for, why is that dude squealing his tires? It was quiet the entire time. Now all of the dogs are barking. Fantastic. I asked a YouTuber for a question and answer video. Um, if you had the ability to time travel without the butterfly effect, what's the first thing that you think you would do? And he's like, he can't wrap his head around it, because um, that would make all of his actions null and void. But doesn't that make it more fun? Like, you could mess up as much as you want. By the end of the day, everything is going to be reset. So, you could literally do whatever the hell you wanted to do, and you would have no consequences for it. So I think that um, if I knew that my actions were going to be reset and nobody was going to remember this but me, I I mean I'm pretty sure I still would have to think about it. But I would like run into a person at every possible opportunity while walking and have them completely freak out. Or save a person from a car accident and be like, I'm your savior, worship me. And then by the end of the day, they still get back into the car accident while I'm off traveling somewhere else. Or I could be like, I could learn how to use a bow, right? And then like the 15th time, I would walk into the place and be like, I'm the best bow master there is in this place. You want me to show you? And I'll take up my bow, and it'll be like, bullseye, bullseye, bullseye. It'll be like, oh yeah, that's some good stuff. And I would probably like take the opportunity to learn as many skills as possible, even though they might be completely, you know, out of out of touch by the time I come back to the present. Because I mean, like, when are you going to have the opportunity to use a sword other than like in Comic Con or something? And well, I don't leave the house that very often to begin with, so plus I don't know if I could pull off a cosplay. I I I, I don't want to wear contacts. I've never had anything that close to my eyes before. Never needed glasses. I don't think I'm gonna dye my hair, and I don't know if I'm going to be comfortable wearing a wig. Um, I did say that if I was ever going to cosplay a character, though, it would be uh, Miyuki from Mahoka Kuku no Ryutase, which is the irregular at Magic High School, because she has black hair and blue eyes. Although, unfortunately, like I said, I wouldn't want to wear contacts anyway, so. But her design is one of the more, you know, what you call it, nicer ones for a female cosplayer, because it's her school dress is pretty long, and it has this really light, crisp, flowing jacket thing to it. It's so pretty, and I think that well, she is white or Asian, right? And I'm black, so I wouldn't fit that well. But I like her design so much. So it's definitely like one of the characters that I would want to try if I ever got around to cosplaying, which I'm probably not going to, because I would have a very my gentle punch we have when we eat, we don't exercise and stuff like that. Yeah, I have one of those. And well, Miyuki and practically a lot of other characters are flat stomach. So in order to actually pull it off, I am a perfectionist, by the way. If I don't look exactly like the character, no dice. I would want to pull it off as close to the original as possible. Um, Makeup, I don't like wearing makeup or high heels. Just something, just something to think about. Um, okay, so I was thinking of doing a video where I talked about um, menstruation cycles and explaining things and like doing um, not like an FAQ, but rather the things that I've been asked, because I'm not shy about these sorts of things. I mean, the guys come up to me and they're like, what is this like? How should I approach this with my friend or my sister or um, or a coworker or something like that? And I'm completely open about it because I realize that they don't do the sex education with both genders nowadays. as opposed to back in my day. But then again, I do live in the Caribbean, so our health education was quite different, and pretty sure it still is compared to like American standards. So um, it's pretty normal for me to talk about these sorts of things with guys, and the guys are like, they need to go to the internet to find out these sort of things when they should be learning about it in school. Hello, these men and these women have like brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers, and they're not being told about their anatomy. Like, what if something happens? Like, Jessica Precious, Jessica Precious. Like, what if something happens? Like, and they start bleeding out or something. You know what I mean? Then, like, they want to know, like, these areas, do they carry blood that would, like, cause them to bleed out and die? Like, if you cut your arm, you might not bleed out and die. But if you cut your head, you might bleed out and die real quick. You know, things like that. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, um, I don't know how many people would care to listen to something like that. And I don't know what YouTube might do to me. But then again, I wouldn't be, like, saying things like using the textbook's words to describe the things. Like, I already have like an idea of what I want to say, and I might just do it for fun, cause like I'm not I'm not like bound by the guards of demonetization anyway, because my channel can't be monetized to begin with. Number one, I don't have any banking information online. So even if I could get the partnership program, I would not have any like PayPal or LinkedIn or Linux thing to link it to. Number two, the YouTube partnership program isn't even available in my country to begin with. So goodbye that idea. And number three, I want to post whatever I want to post. I don't want to be bogged down by YouTube's system. So I post what I want. It's basically just a big hobby for me, which is why my growth is practically stunted, which I actually want to keep it that way because it's almost like a huge experiment where very clearly it is obvious that if you don't stick to a specific subject, YouTube is like, what in the hell is your channel? I can't figure out what it is you do, so I guess we're not just going to recommend your videos to anyone. You're basically gonna have to get real lucky to get my videos in your recommended if you have never watched any of my videos before. Because it can't figure out if I'm an outdoor channel, if I'm a Genshin channel, if I'm a Story of Seasons Pioneers of Olive Town channel, if I'm a Minecraft channel, even though I was technically actually originally supposed to be. I want to sneeze. um yeah, basically I look whatever the hell I feel like and whenever the hell I feel like it. That's basically my channel motto at this point. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there. um, have a nice night, y'all, or have a nice day. Make sure you get some sleep. I know people say sleep is for the weak, but you are human and your body needs sleep. Okay? Okay, good night. And I mean sleep. Go to sleep.